Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique,
This is Mike.
and on this podcast, we talk about movies, music, and any other interesting topics. Today's episode is going to be about the new album by Nipsey Hussle called Victory Lap. Now, before we get into this, you can contact us at Echo U Podcast, where you can send suggestions or give us feedback on any of the artists or movies that we looked at. And you can find us on any social media app, except Instagram, and also podcasting apps at Echo Underground Podcast. So, uh, Nipsey Hussle. You know what's funny? I showed Michael this guy one time. Like, he was in a clip of a video we were watching. And I said, "Oh, Michael, we're going to do a podcast on this guy." I think it was one of his Ratchet songs. And Michael was like, "Ugh, another one." But he because when I first heard the song that I first heard by him, I was like, oh man, he's like another shouting rapper, like 6ix9ine. I was like, I don't want my ears to hurt, but he surprised me. Even though I'm gonna give his album a B, um, I thought he showed a lot of lyrical ability. I thought he had. I didn't hate any of his features, even though one of them I did like some more than others, and there was one where I was like, did he actually do anything? I don't know. But I thought he had he wasn't what I expected. But there's only a couple songs where I was like, whoa, I really like this guy. And then a lot of the songs were just decent for me. So to me that's just a B. I didn't hate any of the songs on here, even the most ratchet one, which I think is at the beginning of the album. And overall I did enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing more from this guy. But yeah, B. B for me. What do you think of this album, Michael?
I'm surprised. I mean, then again, I'm not going to go in assuming anyone else's grade, but I'm not really big on this album, to be honest. Like, I'm honestly going to like just drop this at a C, really, like a full grade lower than that, because I wasn't really feeling like it's weird. Like, I came into this thing. I remember, like, a while back, you introduced me to it, and I was like, all right, maybe there's something there in the middle of all what the video you showed me, and then I came into this. I went through it, and I was like, not really. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Excuse me, I was sneezing right there. I don't hate it. I don't love it. And I don't really, but I don't particularly see myself chasing after any music on this album either, though. So I'll get into individual reasons why, but like there are just like very few standouts for me in this album overall, and all the way through is good length and all that, and good amount of features and good actual features themselves. But I don't know. There's no real standouts for me. It just sounds like on the like I don't really see any marketability for like a lot of these songs, and even if there was, it would probably be like a small minority of them. But like I said, I'm gonna just stop rambling. That's where my seed is coming from.
Okay. So my number three is Right Hand to God. So the reason I like that song was one, I thought this is probably his best lyric showing in this album. I thought it was a perfect song to close the album with. I liked overall I liked his chorus. I thought the song was probably perfectly well made. There it was very hard. Like he came in like he was pissed at someone, and he kind of has that style throughout the entire album. I don't know if Michael agrees with that, but he came in like he had something to say, and I liked the verses on it, and it was actually a really cool song. What do you think of Hand to God?
My hand to God, I'd say was um pretty good. 'Cause, like he chose some like uh, granted, throughout the song, like he went back and forth between like good subject matter and like typical rap shit, but like it went hand in hand pretty well. There was a good balance of the things in between it, and I didn't really mind it. It was an okay closer for me. Um, no real shining aspect of it right now. In my head that left like a good impression or anything like that. But it was just in the middle enough for me to be like, I'm not going to drop you with, obviously the other ones I've done on this podcast where I have plenty to say about. But he's not also like, up there with like, the more recent ones that we've done that had like excellent closers. So yeah, this one just lands in the okay region for me.
Okay, so what's your number three then?
My number three. I actually didn't order mine in any particular order, but I may as well. Let me see here. I'm gonna go with Dedication for my number three. The one featuring Kendrick. Like, don't get me wrong. The only thing I didn't really like about this song, which is kind of weird, 'cause a lot of times I say this backwards, is I actually like the bars over the chorus on the song. A lot of the times choruses sell me, but chorus didn't actually sell me on this one. But I feel like Nipsey on all his bars were excellent in this one. Kendrick played a very good part, showing that the features are obviously doing some contributions here. But when it comes to Kendrick, it's kind of an unfair thing. I've never seen Kendrick be a bad feature yet, so I guess that's like a safe bet. But like it went through all the way good for me outside the chorus, only because like it wasn't really sticking with me. Because I was actually waiting for the next verse to come in, the next bar, the next punchline or something like that. One thing I realized that too earlier on in the album, because it's like around the middle part, that that's kind of where his strengths lie. So I was kind of just chasing that down in this song as well.
Okay. Funny enough, your number three is my number two, I believe.
Ah,
Okay, so Dedication with Kendrick Lamar. I thought Kendrick was really good on the track. Nipsey handled himself well. I actually thought I liked him more than Kendrick, but they were both equally talented on this track. I thought oddly enough they worked together because Nipsey's rap style is more like kind of like angry, like you gonna hear me speak type rap style. And Kendrick isn't really like that, but it actually did work. And it had a flavor to it that I really did like. And what's your number two?
my number two, I'm going to go ahead and give it to. Which one do I want to give it to? I'm gonna give it to Grinding All My Life. Grinding All My Life was pretty good all the way through for me. It's
Wait,
one of
what
the
did
ones
you
where like
say?
Grinding All My Life.
Oh, Grinding All My Life. Okay, I heard Granted All My Life. I'm like, what song is that? Continue, continue. I got you. I got you.
Anyways, Grinding All My Life was pretty good from front to back. I didn't mind anything in particular with this song. This pretty much worked for me. Like if I was to actually like showcase Nipsey to someone, I'd showcase this one at my number one because like they actually sounded like a perfect balance of everything between the chorus bars, you know, and some that actually he actually like sound like a different, well defined like sound in this song for me. Like if I was to like define Nipsey by any of his sound, I'd choose my number one and this song to be like, yeah, this is what Nipsey sounds like. It's kind of weird saying Nipsey to me. I mean, like saying the word Nipsey because it just I don't know. I would have went for a different name, but whatever.
That might be a nickname he got as a kid or something like that, and he just
oh,
stuck with
oh
it.
no, I don't doubt it, but he really made it. I don't know. The word Nipsey just don't really sit well with me.
What?
I
Why
can't see
you
myself
calling
calling no
it
guy
his
Nipsey.
name? Look, it's better than some of these rap niggas' names. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it is better, but it's the lane passable for me. Like Nipsey right there. I'm not judging him on this album by his name, but the name Nipsey, I just don't see myself calling nobody that, yo. Unless I knew the context behind it, I just can't see myself just saying, yo, what up, Nipsey? Like, what's the story behind that? Because obviously your story's gonna go to like, nah, yo, we just saw him with his shirt off one day. We're just like, nah, we gonna call him Nipsey now. I know. I don't get it.
I don't
I
think,
need answers, man.
dude. Nipsey's a typical like black nickname, right? You do know that, right?
No, I've never heard the name Nipsey before.
I've heard it before. It's not like a new thing, but we have weird nicknames. Hate to say it. Yeah, grinding all my life. Actually, it was weird. I felt it was too short. Like I know it was like a full length song, but I just felt it was too short. Like I started to get into it, and then the song was over, and I was like, well, I don't know what happened. So that's why it's kind of just a decent song for me, cause maybe it took too long for me to get into, and I was just like, well, the song's done. But Grinding on My Life is still one of the better songs on the album for me. So my number one. Oh yeah, guess my number one.
Okay, I messed up with this last time, so now I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna say Victory Lap.
Yeah, actually, it is Victory Lap.
All right, yes, follow my gut this time.
Yeah, my number one is Victory Lap featuring Stacey Barthy. I think that's how you say it. If I jacked up her name, my bad, people, my bad. One is because like it's a song that like wakes you up. It's a perfect for an intro. He comes in hard as hell on the song. Her voice is really good. I like that he kind of used her voice as part of the beat. I'm a sucker for that. It's cocky, but I'm okay with it being cocky. You know, cause look at the title of the song. It is Victor. It's called Victory Lap for a reason. Um, and then it also made me realize that he's a yelling rapper, which I don't mind if it's done right. You know, let's be honest. DMX was a yelling rapper too, but and I think a lot of rappers back in the day was a yelling type rappers.
A lot of
But
the old school, definitely.
yeah, like Run DMC and them, they old school LL Cool J yelling rappers. So I didn't have a problem with that. I thought his bars were really good, and it made me pay attention to him. So that's why Victory Lap's my number one. What do you think of Victory Lap? Unless it's your number one.
No, that's how I guess your number one. I just assume it's the same as my number one.
Okay, then fine. Tell us about Victory Lap and why is it your number one?
I might not have been sold on his closer for the album, but I was definitely sold on his intro. This is really well done. He put the title of his album title song on the very first track, which is fine for me. Granted, he only said Victory Lap once in the entire song. That didn't really bother me. I just thought it was a little weird. But I do like the girl in the background as well, Stacy. She sounded excellent in the background beat. She definitely played a part. I mean, she didn't necessarily like have an exclusive role in the song, but what she did offer, as small as it was, actually made a big deal as far as the way the sound came through, and I really enjoyed that. I think this is probably his best showcasing for his identity and his flow as well. Like you said, he did come off a little bit yelly, probably a lot of bit yelly, to be honest.
I'm about to say he was like,
so as far as an identifiable song by Nipsey, I'd probably choose this one, and that's kind of why it landed my number one. Because this one makes you realize who's talking to you. Not a lot of rappers that actually like sound like him even exist anymore. Like I normally think it's like a West Coast thing, but I don't know. I don't see it too much, to be honest.
yeah, if anything, yelling is more East Coast since it started over here, but West Coast to me, I always think of like Snoop Dogg or Tupac. Snoop Dogg especially, considering how like YG sounds and even Kendrick sounds. But next song we're gonna talk about is Rap Niggas. Now, you can play a drinking game to this called.
Don't.
It's called every time he says nigga or niggas, take a drink. You will die, but you will die happy.
Die before the first chorus hit. Like, Jesus, he said nigga a lot.
Cause he wanted them to know.
I'm pretty sure every line ended with niggas. Now that I think about it, I'm almost positive.
Cause he had to let them know. Okay, he had to let them know. I ain't like these rap niggas. All right, damn.
Well, I guess I know shit.
And it's a single off his album too. He looks so different than what he sound like. He's like some Indian looking dude. I think his real name's like Amos something. I don't know how the fuck he got Nipsey now that I really think about it. It had to be like a nickname from childhood, I feel like.
I told you, I saw him with his shirt off, and they were like, yo, we're gonna call you Nipsey.
Why do you keep thinking of nipples? That has nothing to do with Nipsey.
I don't know the context behind the actual word Nipsey. Name Nipsey, okay? So I'm going what I'm coming up with right now.
Why are you thinking about his nipples though? Like, come on, no.
Okay, you're putting words in my mouth, but that's
I
fine.
didn't. You the one said, "Oh, short, saw him with his shirt
I
off."
said somebody saw him with his shirt off, not me. Dang.
I was just saying, you went straight to the nipple. I just repeated what you said. But anyway, back to rap niggas.
There she go.
It was cocky as hell. If you listen to the lyrics, he's like saying, "I'm not like these other rap niggas. Most y'all niggas fake. Y'all not about blah blah blah." You know, typical rap song stuff. But the beat was really good. He's basically saying like, "Yo, no one sounds like me, and I'm coming after you niggas." And I like songs like that. Oddly enough, I like when like rappers who are coming up saying, "Yo, I'm coming for the spot, your top spot." And it's funny because he has a song with basically the number one rapper right now, Kendrick Lamar. But Kendrick likes competition, so if he really starts getting play and everything, you'll see. Um, but yeah, I thought Rap Niggas was a fun song, and for a while I was like, I really vibe with this, and it wasn't my top three. But then the second half of the album, which in my opinion the second half is better than the first. People might disagree, except for like two songs. The second half to me definitely better than the first. Overall, I enjoyed the song and I had fun with it. There was this song also, the increasing yelling got higher. Like I was like, damn, how you perform this at a concert? I know your voice gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt. What do you think of Rap Niggas?
Um, I mean, I'm not particularly sold on this song. I ain't even gonna lie. It is one of the cocky songs. When I actually get into the lyrics and I look around a little bit, and I'm realizing, okay, he managed to make the word niggas sound different outside of the chorus, obviously, with each and every line. But it was a little extra for me because it was like 100% no taking your foot off the gas, like just straight up, um, something to do with these niggas. And I'm like, all right, so the context never alters itself. Like, don't get me wrong, the actual lyrics itself changes around, but the actual context and uh actual, like, I don't know, subject matter, I suppose, never once takes a change. Like, he just finds about 40 different ways to say something about these niggas. And I'm like, these niggas really put you through something because you have a lot to say about them right now. So much so that you made a whole song about it. But and the fact that it's in every line was a little bit extra for me. Don't get me wrong. I don't give a fuck if you gonna put niggers a lot in a song, but when you put it like this many times where it's literally every line, and I'm sorry, let me stop saying literally because it might not be every line, but I'm gonna say at least 90% of every line, then it's like it just came for a little bit extra for me. And it's weird because I can't even call it repetitive because it's at the end of the line. It's not like the sound is the same because each line has something else in it that rhymes with the next one or before. But like I don't know, it just couldn't find any good resonation for me with this song, and it could just be my opinion. But anyways, follow me around on Twitter and you'll let me know how you really feel. Tell me how wrong I am, because I'm sure someone out there's gonna be like, this nigga don't know what he's saying. And if you do, make sure you end the Twitter post with the word niggas. That'd be hilarious.
What? Yo. Okay.
Just to piss me off.
Yes. Then actually do it. So the next song is "Last Time I Checked" featuring YG, and this is also a single, which I found out because I was trying to look up some other things. It's funny. I didn't. So what happened was I happened to not be looking at Spotify when I was listening to this song. I was like, man, this sounds like a YG song.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, YG was featured on the song, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, sure, this makes sense. This is a song that's ultimate West Coast. Like you can't say this is not a West Coast song from the way it sound. Um, Basically the song is saying, last time I checked, I'm the shit. You niggas whack. Typical cocky sound. But I thought, and also another redeeming factor about this song, besides the sound itself, is the fact that YG didn't suck on it. Like I was like, man, he actually didn't suck because he
Connor,
disappointed the shit out of me.
right in the last podcast. That's right.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, YG, you actually had a good verse. You and him work well together. Good shit. I have no issues with the song at all. I like the feel, like the sound of it. I mean, could the verses be better? Yeah, but I thought it was actually a good collaboration. What do you think of Last Time I Checked?
I think that this sounded a lot more. I agree with you. I think it sounded a lot more like YG featuring Nipsey Hussle. But even if it's not the case, this song was pretty alright for me. Like I do agree. YG played much bigger of a role in this one, probably because it sounded way more West Coast than the last time we talked about him on this podcast. But he sounded a lot better, and I think it worked in Nipsey's favor because Nipsey can work with that kind of sound that YG was putting on. I keep saying YG was putting a song, but it's not even YG's song. But anyways, it sounded like it really is his song, so I keep getting it stuck in my head. But yeah, it sounded pretty good. They worked excellently together. Did not mind the song. I actually probably should have put this in my top three. Now that I think about it, sometimes I have second thoughts, and I'm like, yeah, this one probably should have made it in there. I would have definitely chosen this one. YG featuring Nipsey Hussle.
Okay. Next one, Blue Laces 2. I guess they
Wait,
were
wait,
the
wait, wait,
first.
wait, 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 wait. I think you're missing one, babe.
Oh. We can go back to it. I already said it. So Blue Laces 2. Because the song I skipped, whatever. I thought it had good lyrics. I love the sample on it, and it had a very old school beat. I thought it was a very solid song, but it didn't like blow me away, if that makes sense. There was nothing wrong with the song per se. It was just like decent. It didn't really capture my attention. What do you think of Blue Laces 2?
Blue Laces too. I do appreciate the fact that the pace got slowed down a little bit for the song. I agree with you though. Like I wasn't really sold on anything in particular with the song. I didn't have any like resonation with it. But I do appreciate the fact that he finally chose something to slow down the pace with instead of like just. And I actually don't even know Blue Laces one song to even compare it to. But I just do like the fact that all the other songs before it, they had like a higher tempo to them, and this is like the first time that he actually hit the brakes on a little bit, which was probably did him some favors to at least like show that he could like not just go 100 miles an hour on his album, but it didn't do him any favors for me at least though. Like I just kind of came out meh on the other side when the song ended.
Meh is not a good descriptive word. Use your words, man. Use your words.
Meh. I said plenty before. I'm pretty sure meh is like gonna explain everything else. All right, they'll figure it out. They're all big kids.
We don't know that actually. We have no
Well,
idea.
listen, if you're listening to this podcast or any of our other podcasts, I'm assuming you're an adult because this is clearly not rated PG. Obviously, if we even had a rating, but
Like
yeah,
let's be honest. Kids don't care. They listen to this shit anyway.
probably. Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, I found the one I missed. Young Nigga featuring Diddy. Diddy did nothing on this track. Probably
Right.
produced it. I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
Good lyrics. I love the beat. But to be honest, I felt the beat was carrying the song. Like
I agree.
the song itself was alright, but the beat made it better. So that's my only thing about Young Nigga. What do you think of Young Nigga?
Young nigga, there's little outside of the beat that stood out for this as well. I think Diddy may have given them too high of a bar to work with for Nipsey, which is I don't mean to even be like say it in like a shady kind of way, but I feel like that beat might have been too far outside of his realm, maybe a little bit too I don't know what the word is like something that can probably like, to be honest, if you could actually work with this beat and put like a good like put good lyric ability behind it, I could see this one being marketed pretty well. But it just ended up being Young Nigga, and this song was just outside of just the beat itself. The huh?
No, go for it.
Sorry, I was going to start this is the regular like cohesion between the song and the actual rap itself just wasn't particularly there for me. Like this, it sounded like two separate entities on themselves. Like just the rap was overlaid onto the beat, even though it might not have been checked if it even worked that well. But I will give one thing. One thing though, I mean, it's obviously if Diddy made, then legendary producer, so obviously he gave him something good to work with. I just don't think that they might have been meshing together as well as he did with either Kendrick or YG.
Did he do something?
I don't think so, but I think like I'm agreeing with you. I'm assuming that he made the beat though, or at
Okay,
least
yeah.
help with production if anything.
Yeah, he did something. Just nothing we can hear from the track alone.
Hmm.
Next song, Hustle and Motivate. So, one, I know it's already, it sampled Hard Knock Life, which I thought
Yeah.
was cool. I actually liked the flow on the track. I thought it was decent bars. And I think he was singing because I didn't see any features. So his voice kind of surprised me. It wasn't what I thought it would sound like. It did get a little repetitive at the end, but overall, I thought it was a solid song. What do you think of Hustle and Motivate?
Since that was your last point, I thought it actually did start to drag at the end a bit, for me at least. I do like the hard nut sample in the beginning. It didn't like it wasn't like completely solid all the way through, but definitely was obvious in the beginning. Which sounded pretty good. Like I got taken all the way back when I heard the beat come in. I wasn't particularly sold on the song itself, to be honest. Like, it just came out okay for me, and this is kind of like a repeating pattern. As like, I know you said like you like the last half of the album the best. I don't necessarily like the album itself, but I feel like its strengths might have actually lied in the first half, and I might actually be crediting that to YG and Kendrick, to be honest. But yeah, this song just came out okay to me at the end.
I give you Kendrick, but YG was just average to me. He was good on the track, but eh,
That's my honorable mention if I ever had one. His song right there. That's just for me anyway. So I don't know.
you don't know. Next one, Status Symbol featuring Buddy. All right, let me be honest. First half of the song, no, I don't like Buddy. I don't know who Buddy is, but I don't like him. I even wrote already know. Like I just was not feeling the first half. 3 minute mark and on, I love the song. If the whole song was just from the last half, I would actually put this in my top three. Um, the beat was really good, but overall, I didn't like the feature, and I think the feature ruined the song. But that's just me. What do you think of Status Symbol?
Status Symbol 3. You said that
Three?
last part.
There's a three in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, psst, my bad. Keep
Which
going.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wasn't trying to correct you nothing like that. I was just saying what I saw in my notes. But I was saying Status Symbol 3 just didn't do anything for me. I know you just said like a while ago you like the last part of it. I didn't like any part of the song really. Didn't like the flow. Beat was alright. I'll give it that much. Didn't like the flow. Wasn't sold on the other guy. Not really sure what to say about the song without just starting, to rail on it. But yeah, it just wasn't for me.
I don't care if you rail on it. Don't hold back. We don't hold back on this podcast.
All right,
What's wrong
listen.
with you?
Okay, fine. The song suck. Whatever you want me to say, I'll just say. If I say the song's a no for me, that's kind of what I'm saying here. I don't like the fucking song. There. Next.
Thank you. Stop being holding back stuff. All right.
All you said was no too. I'm confused. All you said was no
No,
for the
I
thing.
didn't.
The last part.
I did not say that. Check the
Okay.
tape. Anyway,
Next song.
Sucker
Next song.
Proof. I'm trying to get there. Let me read it. Sucker
Next
Proof.
song.
I'm trying to read it. Shut up, man. I'm trying to read it. So next one is Sucker Proof, featuring some person name that starts with a K. Colsions?
I thought conscience. I thought
Conscience?
I thought it was a really lazy way of spelling the word conscience, and I'm like, I guess.
Well, they couldn't. To be honest, they can't use the actual Conscience because there's a rapper with that name already.
Right. I figured as much.
And Jay Black. So, one, he sounds angry as hell on this track. Like, more angry than usual. But I did like the bars. It felt short, and basically this song is saying he's a real nigga. Like, none of that fake shit. Sucker Proof. Like, at first when I read the title, I was like, what the hell is this S word? Because I didn't, like, understand. Like, he was just spelling sucker really weird. But, overall, I thought it was a decent song. To me it felt short, and he sounded a little bit too angry at some points. But overall, I'm okay with it. What do you think of Sucker Proof?
I feel like he pretty much emptied his lungs on this one, to be honest.
I know, right?
I don't know. I can't really speak much on the contribution of the other two guys, but it didn't really do anything for it. It didn't do anything for me. Their contribution was missable, I guess, because I guess the only real thing I'm in this song for, to be honest, might have actually been the chorus. I think everything else just wasn't really like this. He can only do so much by belting out as hard as he can on his lines. The other two guys, they weren't like going in as hard as he was, but like they were just average rappers to me. And they, I don't know, sucker proof kind of sucked outside of the chorus of me, so it was kind of ironic, but whatever.
Uh, I'm gonna ignore the shade. Um, Next song, Keys to the City 2, featuring T Flea? T Flea? Am I reading it right?
I'm going with what you're saying.
Okay. Now, this might sound shady, but I couldn't tell if the feature was a really high pitched dude or a masculine woman. So, whoever you are, I actually did like your verse. Um, I like that he let the feature shine on it. I didn't have a problem with any of the bars, and but I did like Nipsey's part better on the song, which is what it's supposed to be. You should not let your feature have a better bar on you on your own song. Unless, sometimes, depending on who you want a song with, that's what's going to happen. But to me, I thought he carried his own song. I actually liked the way they sounded together, so I really enjoyed the song. What do you think of Keys to the City 2? And I'm not going to say the feature's name again.
I'm just gonna call them the feature right now because I don't even know if you're saying it right, and I definitely know I'm not thinking it right. But they did okay. They're a better contribution than the last two guys in Conscience and J Black, in my opinion. Do agree with Shanique. Had a hard time discerning what the gender was there, but
It's a man. It's a man. I looked it up.
Okay, well, Shanique's the man in the chair right now. She's doing all that background research as we're going forward. But that's good to know, though. So I can at least say he if I don't know his name. So at least he was a lot better than the last bunch. So, and it was cool to hear from him, too, because I was starting to think that the contributions to the album ended in the first half. But this one kind of changed my mind. And that's kind of why I'm still not necessarily sold on it overall. Like, to be honest, I know you say you like this part better, but actually, can't even lie, I liked his part second. I mean, not second. I this his part better, not Nipsey's, the other guy.
Yo, it's because we can't say the name. All right. But yes, I understand.
But yeah, oh no, that's kind of where I'm at with where I'm kind of at with this song.
Yo, we
Eating my
can't
own
speak
words over
today
here.
on
I
this
can't
podcast.
I can't speak any day. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this one. I like the other guy better than Nipsey, and that's in this case I don't really mind that I liked him more because I just thought it was kind of cool to hear from someone who was actually like putting something back into the album, other than like some guys who were like just doing okay.
Okay. Next one. Million YU Young featuring The Dream. The Dream sounded like garbage on this track. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For any Dream fan, he is trash on this track. Um, if you listen to Nipsey's lyrics, there's a lot of facts in there. So that's what I liked. I liked that he was talking about something, giving advice. Maybe some of it you can't always take, but I did like that aspect of it. I would gave this song higher if I liked the Dream on it, but the Dream to me ruined the song. So this gonna get just a Pull a Michael
Meh.
meh meh. What do you think of Million While You Young featuring the Dream? And that's horrible grammar. But anyway, go back.
Yeah, this guy spells sucker Succa, so I'm not even going to talk about grammar right now. But I agree. Dream. It's kind of weird for the last song. I know we just jumped over Granted on My Life because we already spoke about it in the top three. But I was just saying about how the other guy on the other song actually brought back some contributions, and then the Dream happened, and I'm like, first of all, Dream, we haven't heard from you in how
20
long?
is a 10. No, there was something after that, but that's all I really remember.
I think I Love Your Girl too was around there somewhere. I love
Falsetto.
your girl.
Falsetto was on
And
there too.
Falsetto, yep, that's right. And I'm like, dang, dude, that's might have been back when I was in high school. I don't know, forever ago. I didn't even know you're still making music. You know how MTV had those shows once in a while about like where are they now? I'm wondering where the hell Dream is now because clearly not in the studio. But whatever. Let me stop shading him right now. I said about him. I do like Nipsey's part in this one. It's been a while since I had a chance to say that, but I actually do like Nipsey's part in this one. Nipsey wasn't really selling me on much for a couple songs until Grinding on My Life. So I actually got like a breath of fresh air with this one for Nipsey at least. And I do think it might have been worth putting a little bit higher on the list too if it wasn't for the low contribution of this feature. But it was alright. It was
Why
alright,
would
young.
you just say he's trash? Like, why are we trying to be politically correct here? He's trash.
Okay, Shanique, he's trash. I'm not trying to be politically correct. That's just literally how I'm saying it. Okay.
Hmm. But anyway, that's usually how this works. I'm the mean one, you're the nicer one. It's okay.
I wasn't trying to be nice. It's literally just how I talk. What the hell?
It's how I talk.
Loaded bases, Shanique. Come on.
Loaded Bases, featuring CeeLo Green. I don't know how I feel, to be honest. I like CeeLo. I thought CeeLo sounded good, but I like CeeLo on his little hook part. His actual verse, nah. To be honest, I did not like CeeLo's verse. He sounded weird. Could you have Nipsey going, fuck y'all niggas, really hard, and then CeeLo coming like, yeah, like singing, and I don't know. To me, it didn't really work. I didn't particularly enjoy this song, but maybe that's just me. What do you think of Loaded Bases?
I'm weird because I actually like the song. Um, I do think though that it would probably be a good idea though that they kept CeeLo's hook a bit short because I don't think their sounds mesh together too well in my opinion. Like they just like the sound just sounds like they're fighting each other like especially because of
Yeah,
how it sounds and it's just like you can't make that work. You're trying to mix water and oil at this point. However, I did find enough to like individually on both ends. Like when I actually did hear Nipsey's part, I dug it, and hearing CeeLo in the background as a background sound, he's fine. I didn't mind that because at least they kept that subtle, and which is why I'm okay with them keeping him as a small part in the hook. But outside of that, I feel like if CeeLo might have been the wrong guy for the part. Because right now, for me, it's more than passable, but it could have been a great song to be honest. If it was like someone else who I don't know, had less of a clashing voice with CeeLo's flow and just his aggressiveness that he put on, I think 13 songs so far. So it's like, why put one with CeeLo? But whatever, I'm not a rapper.
all right. And I actually agree with a lot of what you said. Next one, Real Big, featuring Marsha Ambrosia.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. Marsha Ambrosia, never heard of her?
I know who she is, but I don't think she says her name Ambrosia or
I
Ambrosia
never,
or
Ambrosia. You
I
said
don't
it
think you're
both ways.
saying
I
it.
did not say it. All right, fine. Maybe I'm wrong. I've always called her Marsha Ambrosia, but that's
I
just me.
know who she
Who
is. She's
knows?
one half of Floetry, and then she went solo, and I didn't listen to her. But I like her voice. Um, I I thought the song was too long. Like I don't know what it is. It just felt long.
It
But it's
ended weird.
yeah, it did too. I thought it was a decent song though. Like lyrically, like I said, I thought he was fine. When it comes to the second half, I think lyrically he's completely fine. It's just sometimes with the combinations it didn't work. And
Mm.
Real Big, I understood the topic of the song. I understood what he was saying. I thought she sounded great. They worked better than CeeLo, but not that much better. If that makes sense. But overall, I thought this was a decent song. It was still better than a lot of the other tracks. And so, yeah, Real Big. I'm okay with it.
Now, seeing me, I don't know. Hit me up on Twitter if any of y'all ever played Midnight Club Dub Edition. There was a song.
Hey!
There was a song in there actually called "Real Big," And like that's actually one of the big marketing points of that game, and I thought of that immediately. And I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be something like that," especially because it was like a hip hop game. Like, it transformed on the next generation or whatever. So I immediately thought of that, and I don't know. I guess that made me like this song for some reason. I don't know why. My brain does weird things when I see like nostalgic like titles in them. Real big though. And Marsha Ambrosia, I like her sound, to be honest. I kind of wish if she ends up having an album, I might end up giving her a little suggestion for the podcast, because I've listened to her before, but not a lot or extensively. But like this made me interested in her.
She's.
Now hmm?
I was gonna say she's kind of depressing sometimes when you hear her sing. Like, and I don't mind singers that like sound sad because hello Sam Smith, but especially his last album. His last album was just
Adele be something. Yeah, no, no, you're right. If you listen to that podcast, or even listen to that album for that matter, you will know that song was just sad all the way through. This album is angry all the way through.
yo, it is. He's like,
Sam
you gonna
Smith
hear
is
me?
right. Sam Smith is the polar opposite of this album right here.
Yeah.
Because go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, you're right about that. And Adele's 21 was sad all the way through. I didn't like 25. I don't care what anyone tells me. That was not her best album.
You say this every time we talk about Adele.
That's what I remember her by. That horrible ass album. And I'm serious. Like, I was disappointed by 25. 19 and 21 was my shit. 25? No, I didn't like anything on that album. Except what? I was about to say Rolling in the Deep. That's not on 25. Hello, it's me. That's the only one that I've liked on that. I've heard the other stuff. Nah, not a fan. But I do agree with you. She sounds like she always going through stuff. But 25 did have some more upbeat stuff. It felt weird, but it did have some upbeat stuff. Sam Smith's first album had some upbeat stuff, but his comeback was like,
the last one, no, it was consistently not upbeat.
no, maybe that one that was like a little bit Motown was upbeat, but not that much upbeat.
Yeah, it didn't change the flow at all. Like it went back to that, then back to your regularly scheduled sad program. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, because I think after that was him, right? It was something like that. It was like, Father, Father, and I'm like, oh man, I went from here to there.
Hey, like we said though, the saving grace of that album was how well he sings. But if you haven't done it already, listen to that podcast, or at least listen to the album.
Yes, listen to our podcast first, though. Like,
shameless plug.
Yes. But I do agree with you. If she comes out, I really would love to do another female R&B singer. I know we did K. Michelle this year, but I would love to do another one. And I am looking for more R&B albums. Because I know we got a lot of hip-hop ones. I think, hell, we even got more rock ones than we do R&B right now. And we have a couple more coming up as well. So, we'll see. We'll see. I hope she does come out one, but you never know. Next one is Double Up featuring Belly and Dom Kennedy. Now, I know who both of these people are. I heard Belly on the, what is the song? No Limit remix featuring, and that was also where you had Juicy J and French Montana, who was garbage on there, and of course Cardi B, ASAP Rocky, and Jeezy. Belly was trash on that, and he was not good. So I was like, a little bit side-eye. Dom Kennedy, I only know him from the BET Cyphers. I've never listened to his work. I don't know if Michael have heard of any of these two artists.
That's a solid note.
Okay. So I was interested to see how they sound on Double Up. Oddly enough, Belly and Dom Kennedy to me sounded very similar. So I had a hard time placing who was coming in versus who started. But to me, the song was too slow. And the features sounded very similar. And to me, it was just depressing. I don't feel like it was supposed to be depressing, but I felt the song was. And I was like, I don't mind slow rap where you're just talking and in your feelings. I mean, we have Drake for this. So I understand rap like that. But for me, because the beat was so depressing, It was like that two toes down challenge where they just rap some like depressing shit over a beat. That's basically what this was. I actually like the verses. I'm not gonna lie, I like the lyricism they showed in the song, but again, a little bit on the maybe I just wasn't in the mood to be depressed. So yeah, that's how I feel about Double Up. What do you think of Double Up?
Before we go anywhere, I've never been in the mood to be depressed.
I knew you were gonna say something like
I
Michael's
was
gonna
like, wait a
comment
second.
on that.
I've never seen you in the mood to be different. Like, oh, she looks like she really wants to be sad right now. Let me assist her with that.
Hey,
Hey, you want to
sometimes
hear
you
a double
need.
up? Like, hold on.
No, look, sometimes you need a good cry, okay? Sometimes you need a good cry. And right now, I didn't need one. I didn't need one. He don't know. He don't know. He all silent over there.
Oh, I was like, what? When did this happen? I can't relate, guys. I'm sorry. I have no soul. I don't know what to tell y'all. I haven't cried in. When the last time I cried? Anyways, wrong podcast for this. But anyways,
Shit, I did that
um,
yesterday. I was
you cried yesterday?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What happened?
Okay, we're about to go in
Um,
tangent mode.
um,
No, but it's fine. It's not personal. I don't know what it was. I was watching like something depressing from some this video where it was like sad music and it's like different scenes from different shows. And all of a sudden I just started getting in my feelings, right? And I didn't know why because those videos work on me with the right type of music. And then I was just clicking more videos and I was like all choked up and stuff. But I needed a good cry. And Mike was like, what are you talking about?
hey, internet, I'm gonna tell you exactly what she would do. Because I've seen her do this before. She will go back to back to back watching try not to cry videos. I've never actually seen her cry to one of these, but it sounds
No,
like
it
it's
wasn't. It
exactly
wasn't a try
what she
not to cry. It was literally
does.
just scenes from shows. It wasn't a try not to cry.
You know what's crazy? I ain't. You know
Those
what?
those videos don't make me cry
People
though.
don't. People don't realize that I'm not around you for like a lot of these podcasts, so I don't get to like know what you're up to. But like this stuff be making me think like when I'm not around, you just be doing some weird shit. Yo. You just be making yourself cry. Like my tears are backed up. Let me just watch some sad videos and empty them out. Like, bro, what?
No, I didn't mean to. It just like hit one video and then it just kept playing and then good. When I say I cry, I'm not a big old unless I'm like really in my feelings. I'm not a an out loud type crier. I'm not. I'm not. It's like a little, my eyes teared up a little bit.
Crying.
Yeah, thug crying. That's basically what I did. I didn't. I didn't do like a full on, no, I'm not that person. But I understand what people are saying. Like sometimes you just need to cry. Sometimes, and like men need to learn that it's okay to cry, thug crying or not.
If anyone comments on Twitter, make sure to hashtag your tweet with hashtag sometimes need a little cry.
Hey, and that's probably already a hashtag.
We will give you a shout out on this podcast, please. I just want to make sure that someone hears this.
But anyway,
Because
what do you think
I
of
can't
double?
relate. No, I'm not done. I'm playing. I'm done now. You know what's crazy? Now I'm going to talk about Double Up. I don't have much to say about it other than what I like. You had a lot more to say about that than I did. I'm just like I got the same vibe from that first slow pace one he got, where it's like it was slow pace, but I wasn't really sold on it. I'm just glad that he was slowing down. But like the song didn't do much for me. In my opinion, the features they were there, I guess, but like they weren't really doing much for me either, for real. But like I don't know, I feel like slow paced songs might actually not be something that he's mastered just yet, and nothing have to be like something that he's getting in his feelings for. It's like slow paced rap in general, because I feel like he can do it, but he just can't do it well. And like maybe he doesn't have that kind of range yet, but I'm not saying that he can't down the road. But right now with that one, I wasn't really sold on it. And now I feel like I undersold this review for that song because like he just went into this whole tangent about crying, and I'm just like,
You
stop,
did.
stop.
I did not do it. That's a lie. So much
Wanted to know
lies.
that
Yo, so much lies. You went in on it. I was
I
just responding to you because you said explain. So I did. But anyway, Yeah, we're at the end of the album, aren't we?
It's been a weird podcast.
Yeah, it has. It's fine. But yeah, overall, closing remarks for this album at least. I say give it a listen, cause you know what? Just because we weren't like the biggest fan, cause I gave it a B, but it barely got a B for me. And Michael was like, I'm gonna pass you with a C, but not really. Um,
Pretty much.
so just because we weren't the biggest fan doesn't mean it's not a good album. You might enjoy it. I say check it out, but I wouldn't buy it. I say listen to him first. If you're a hardcore fan, support your artist. Buy the shit. But if you've never heard of him, definitely don't take that leap of faith. Stream it first, and then if you really like the songs, I say buy it or download or whatever you do. Any closing remarks, Michael?
Uh, Came out to me like a real hood album, to be honest. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just not well executed as other good hood albums have been. Like I don't have any examples right now to use, but going all the way through, no real consistency for me. I would say take a listen here, probably to like maybe his top hits from older albums, that get like an idea what he sound like. But as far as this album goes independently, I wasn't particularly sold on it. But maybe you can have maybe you have different tastes in hip hop and rap than I do, and you might actually think this is golden. So you know what? Let us know on the Twitter. If you haven't seen a pattern yet, yes, let us know on the Twitter, guys. Hashtag with sometimes need a little cry.
What the fuck? No, hashtag Echo Underground
And
Podcast.
put it
It'd be easier
put it
for us to find
put
you.
no put it in the title too to make sure that they see it. Put like the Nipsey Hussle victory lap review hashtag sometimes need a little cry. She won't do it, but it'll be funny. She did.
Okay.
She ain't gonna do
Anyway, anyway, I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm just not. So, we do have a couple albums coming up. Tech Nine's coming up.
Yeah,
Bobby Tarantino
except
2.
that one. Acceptable, both of those actually. Yep.
For all the Todrick fans, we're gonna do Forbidden, which from what I've heard of it, is actually pretty good. And
Everything I've heard of from Todd, I've literally only heard of from you. Like I know nothing about this guy other than what you've been playing around the house.
he's really big in like the gay community and on the YouTube community for real. But he is an amazing singer, so and but it's a visual album, so there is a video out. My suggestion is definitely listen to the album and then watch the video of it. Is on his channel. You will get a very different appreciation for it. That's what I'm gonna do, but Michael, you can just listen to it. It doesn't matter.
Yep, you know me.
Anyway, so guys, let us know what you guys think of Nipsey Hussle. Were we tripping? Was Michael tripping? And sometimes you do need a little cry. No. All right. That's good. But yeah, let us know. Tweet us at Echo U Podcast on Twitter, obviously. You can like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on whatever social media app. And you can find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook at Echo Underground Podcast. And we're on any podcast app as well under Echo Underground Podcast. And let us know what you guys think. And we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
See ya.